Hey everybody, Tim the Nintendo Gamer here, and we're back with some Mario Kart World. This time we're jumping into Knockout Tour. So let's jump in. We'll do 2 tours, I think, per video, because there's 8 in total. Let's jump in with Bowser, and let's give him the little dumpy. That's kind of funny. We're going to be doing the Golden Rally and the Ice Rally in 150cc, and hopefully getting that trophy, but it's been quite tough. I've done a few of these online, and this is an insanely tough new mode. It's a lot of fun, lots of excitement, but difficult to get first place, and I'll tell you a little bit more about why. For those of you that are new to Mario Kart World, this is a new mode that instead of just covering 24 races getting from one place to another, it's really an endurance race that has gates along the way. The bottom 4 hitting each gate will be eliminated. So for example, this first gate will knock out the races 21, 22, 23 and 24. So we have to be in the 20th position or better to keep racing. And then the next gate will be 16 and so on. So let's try and get there. Let me just move over because I think positioning is going to be the most important thing here. So let's just do that. And let's use my mushrooms now to get back into this race. So I think here, although you won't be able to see my items, I think it's better to see my positioning, and I'll just try and call out my items. So I've got in the first slot trip mushrooms, those are the dash mushrooms, and then I've got the food in the second slot. Looks like a bit of a soup, and for anybody that's also new to Mario Kart World and doesn't know what that's about, so instead of being able to change your costume at the beginning of the race, only during the race you'll see these little food items, and if you eat them, as you can see there, you get a speed boost and then you get a change of costume, which then unlocks that costume and allows you to select it at the beginning. So you have to do some unlocking. I've unlocked a few of the costumes, not all of them, but that's where we're standing at the moment. For those of you interested in my items at the moment, I've got trip mushrooms, and then in second slot I've got a question box, another one of the new items. Here's that gate that I was telling you about. So now we have to be in the top 16 places. So I think let's start moving up using those trip mushrooms. And there we go. This is a new item as well. This is the coin shell. And we're going to try and use that. Oh, I used it in such a way, but this is one of the new ways you can get around in Mario Kart World. As you can see, you can do some riding on rails. I'm gonna get double hit, I think. Yeah, nope, lucky. Nope, yes I am. What? Boom. Everybody's gonna get hit there for a second. Classic Mario Kart chaos. So yes, you can ride on rails this time. And then you're also able to hop jump or charge jump up onto walls. So let me show you what that looks like once I've got a bit of a straight. So this is using the same ZL there that just started that. Oh, there we go. It just started that drift. If you hold it in, as I'm doing now with no directions, you actually charge up. Ooh, 3 shells coming my way. Didn't have enough protection for that. So you get a little bit of a boost when you land, and it also sends you up in the air, which allows you to wall ride when it's possible to do so. I'll try and show you some of that earlier, a bit later. For now, let's try and get a little bit higher here. I have a dash mushroom at the moment. So because I got that mushroom and picked up that mushroom, I was able to go through the mud there. If you didn't, you'd fall into that mud. Okay, let's go. You can also do multiple jumps here, multiple tricks when you jump. There's the gate for 16th. Let's see if we can catch the cow in front of us. One of the new characters available. You might remember the cow from Moo Moo Meadows. There we go. Blue shell will hopefully be hitting cow, so we've got a little bit of a runaway here. So let's try and do that. Take advantage of this. And then I've got now currently a dash mushroom and a super horn. So really well equipped if a blue shell comes along my way, but I've got a feeling I'm going to get shocked before I get a blue shell, so that's a bit disappointing. It means I'll lose these 2, but let's hope, and I'm just going to keep these 2 then, Let's do a little hop over here so you can see. And some drifting. But you really want to use the hop now, especially on these straight sections. Give you that extra bit of boost when you land. There you go. You can see there's a different animation for each side when you jump, as it was in Mario Kart Deluxe. But this time there's also a little bit more of movement, so if you go to the side and left or right, you'll actually land towards that side a bit more. So pretty good to be using, especially on shortcuts that you need to make perform some maneuvers in the air. Having that ability to jump to the right or the left is very useful. Okay, let's see. I'm pulling away a little bit from the pack here, which hopefully means there's a blue shell coming my way. And I'll be able to show you a cool dodge using a dash mushroom. Or if that fails, I'm sure you'll be able to see the new shock, which seems to linger a little bit less, for a little bit less time than it used to, but the animation is very specific. Okay, let's see if we can do this. There we go. Blue shell dodge using the dash mushroom, gotta love it. Keeps us in first place, and we've got a super horn to protect us from another blue shell if needs be, or any other item that's actually going for us if we happen to notice it in time. So let's use these mushrooms that these cars are leaving behind. That's another thing with Mario Kart World. Not only are there hazards on the road, but some of the hazards even react to you driving past, so they'll come towards you. So it just makes racing a little bit more interesting. It's pretty good that I'm this far ahead for a change, although we know Mario Kart is all about rubber banding, so you'll know there'll be someone that'll appear not too far away from me soon, if they're not already right behind me. Just took a quick look there. But here's the 8th gate, or the 8th, and that's the problem with looking behind you for too long. Oh, and there goes that shock that I was telling you about. A little bit later than I thought it would come, but it came and caused a lot of damage. You can really feel it through the Pro Controller. Gives you the shivers. Okay, we've got some protection, we've got a banana. It would have been nice if it was in the second slot, but in our second slot we've got some coins. Because Bowser's a little bit slower, I really want to get those coins, so there we go, back up to 20. Give us a little bit of a boost, about a 5% boost when you've got all 20. Collecting the coins is kind of interesting, because the first few coins will generally give you... That was really terrible, but there's that rubber banding I was telling you about. And there we go. Who's ahead of us there? Oh, back into first. Woo. He's got a boomerang, so I need to be very careful. Okay, so we've got a coin in first slot and a banana in second. That's what you really want, especially if there's boos around. Okay, just getting to the last section now. So let's hope if we can hold out. Let's see if we can hold out. That was my fault. So one of the new things, I think Car's just going to beat us right at the end here. There's not much opportunity to get ahead of him now, I think. Let's see if I can take this shortcut. No. Oh wait, we're still in 4th place. Okay. I mean, still have the 4th place. Okay, that's good. I thought we were a bit further ahead than we were. Okay, good. Whew, red shell flying there. Let's see if we can get boo. Nope, nope, nope. Not boo, I should say cow. And that's really what the cow character is called. Yeah, there we go. One of them had to hit it. Okay, so here's the last section. And there we go. And she's got mushrooms, so let me see if I can do this. Nope, I'm not going to get there. I'm not going to be able to win. So as I was saying, this knockout tour is really tough to get in first place right at the front. Even with the computer, the PC, they're quite good at the end there. But it gives you a little bit of an idea of what the first knockout tour path looks like. And now let's jump into the second one. Let's just see our little podium finish. Bowser in third. Koopa Troop in second. And the winner this time, Rosalina. Alrighty, let's move over to the second Knockout Tour track or race. Just wait for it there. There we go. Collected a new item there. Very good. So Knockout Tour, we're jumping back in. This time, let's go with Rosalina. Ooh, the B-Dasher. Very nice. One of my favorite combinations in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That looks right. And then we've just done the Golden Rally, so let's jump into the Ice Rally, 150cc. Let's see if we can do a little bit better and finish in first place. As you can see, this goes right across the map, which is a lot of fun. I'll keep trying telling you what my items are so you can have a look. Let's do this. Kind of riding a motorized sled, which is pretty cool. There we go. And as you can see, this section that we're just leaving here is actually one of the courses you might recognize from the DLC in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I've just got some coins over here. Let's try this ice cream, see who we change into. There we go, Aurora. Aurora looks pretty cool for Rosalina. Okay, then we've got another coin box. At least that gets us up to 20, and then we've got some dash mushrooms. Let's see how far we can get this up the track. Then we're just going to do a charge jump here. See if we can get over here, another little charge jump. See if we can get that pink boost. There we go. In our item slots, we have 3 mushrooms and then a golden mushroom. So I think I'm going to just try get ahead here. Oh, and that shock hits you at just the right time. Somehow, Warrior out in front wasn't affected by it. That's interesting. So coin slots, item slots now, we've got a banana and the super horn. Let's see if we can get ahead. Let's get some more speed by collecting these last 2 coins to get the 20 coins again. Yep, that gets me up to 20. Beautiful. Remember, this is an endurance race. You're going to be hitting gates. Here's the first gate. Knocking everybody else from 21 to 24 out. So only the first 20 races may make it through. Okay, there we go. Let's try and follow Warrior around here. Let's see if we can do something. I think I'm going to get rid of this horn because I need to have something a little bit more offensive to get. They just give me bananas. Let's see if we can snipe in. Not quite. Oh, missed him completely there on the third one. Got close on the first 2, but not so much on the third. There's the multiple tricks that you can run. Let's see if we can plant this a little bit there. Yes! Okay, I think we've got him there. And let's do that. Protect ourselves. Nice. That worked well. Use the bomb. Get Wario. And then hits through a red shell. And we were able to protect ourselves. Very nice with the super horn. Okay, so that means 2 more items now coming up. I've got a green shell for protection in the first slot. And then a coin in the second slot. Usually I prefer them the other way around so that if Boo comes around, he can only steal that one. So I think I'm going to get rid of this green shell behind me and try get something defensive in that second slot. Once again, really bad timing for an item, for a shock, since I just got my items. That means I'm going to be suffering now until the next one, especially with Wario chasing me, I think. But here's that second gate, 16, top 16 go through here. Next one will be 12, so let's try stay ahead. Wow, so in this slot, we've got a horn. Luckily, we're going to use the super horn. I think that's one of the first times I've had a super horn out in front when a blue shell's come, so that's pretty cool. Earlier, we got the dash mushroom. So if you've missed that, check one of our previous videos. We also made it into a reel where you can actually use a dash mushroom to block the blue shell. There we go. This is a nice long rail that we pulled off here, which was very nice. Not the best ending there, but you get the idea. This one is actually, we're going across a bunch of tracks, which is really cool. Let's do it. Let's see if we can stay up here. See if we can land. Yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted to do. We'll have to use that mushroom to get ahead, I think. But no protection, just the coin. So I'm not sure how smart that was. Let's try get a costume change here that will give us a little boost. I haven't seen if you can use that little boost to block the mushrooms, but let's see. What I'll do here, green shell coming for me. Use that coin. So now we've got our food in the first slot, and let's see what comes up in the second slot. A coin. So not the greatest, but there we go. Let's try use this now. Let's try use that food. We get an item change back to regular Rosalina. Okay, unfortunately, it's a green shell and a boost, so no matter what I had, would have been gone by this stage. And there goes old Wario. The mechanics of the water is a little bit different this time, so you kind of want to be using the fact that you go underwater a little bit. It does take some getting used to. I can feel that green shells on me. I think let's do that. Oh, very nice. Someone sniped old Wario. I think I'm going to use that, like that, and hopefully get really nice and close to him without getting ahead of him. Very nice. Not let him use the draft. So just get away from him over there. Try and make nice tight turns over here. He's right behind us though. So gonna do our best to stay ahead. There we go. That was good defense. Not that we have much now. But there we go. One more gate left. So let's try and stay ahead. There we've got a coin in the slot. Let's see what we can get in that second slot. Boo stole it, but he stole the coin, so that's why we want that coin in that first slot for those times where Boo gets ahead. So let's get moving around here. One of the things you'll notice is not only is there traffic, but sometimes the traffic actually reacts to you, like those Hammer Bros. You've got some characters that will actually turn and start racing towards you. So it does make driving around the traffic areas a little bit more complicated. Okay, I'm going to drop this because I still have a protection, but I really want something to make me a little bit faster. So ideally, I want a boost of some sort to protect me from a blue shell. Should have come, but that's not likely to happen. But what I think I'm going to use here is this food boost, and then let's see if a blue shell does come, if the food boost is usable. Got a nice mushroom kebab up there with the banana in first place. So banana in first position. You'll also notice that I've got the banana behind me. I'm not actually holding it behind me. That's now the default position of any of these items. They'll just stay behind you. And actually if you press ZL, you'll throw them. So you kind of have to get over that and get that left finger of yours not to be hovering over the ZL until you're ready. Okay, so we're aiming for first, doing quite well. Got some protection. Not sure if there will be any blue shells now with only 4 races, but we do have the food boost should that happen. And right now we've got a banana, so that's good. Hopefully it's not a trip there, so that's helped us. But that won't help us very much, so hopefully we'll get one more. Gonna have to use this booster, I think, sooner rather than later. I think there is one more item box that we can get, and that will give us something defensive, which is really what we want, which is great. Here we go, a new Rosalina, Touring Rosalina, and there we go. We're at the end. This might be it. There we go, ladies and gents. First place. Woo! First place. Let's swap back down here. Very nice, very nice. So we didn't do so well in that first tour track, but the second one we did it. Knockout tour. This was the ice rally. Lots of fun. Let's check that podium finish. Daisy in third place. Third spot. Wario in second, looking like a golden sultan. and Rosalina in first. We hope you enjoyed the Knockout Tour. This is our first video. We'll be showing you the others 2 at a time, so we hope you join us for those. In the meantime, remember, it's dangerous to go alone, so take this!